Well, here we are inside Canvas. You can see it's displaying all of my courses because I've clicked on the dashboard. This is a convenient way to see what courses you're enrolled in for this semester. We'll start by clicking on one of these little cards that lists the class. You can see it's got the title, the section number, and the semester. So if we click on it, will take us into the class. So we'll click on that. And here we are inside the class. You can see it defaulted to landing on the syllabus page. That's because I've set the home page to be the syllabus page for convenience, and because a lot of important information for the class throughout the semester can be found on the syllabus page. So we can see it's got the class title, the section numbers, and then instructor, which is also a link to the Meet Your Instructor page, which has all my contact information, as well as the Zoom link to my online office hours. Below that is a PDF version of the syllabus, which you can then download and put on each one of your devices or print it out to take notes, whatever works best for you. Below that is a start here. That's for the orientation assignment, so you know where to find the link to begin the orientation assignments. The prerequisite for the class, the description, the duration, the holidays, the student learning outcome expectations for the class. Below that, I've created links to each of the sections of the syllabus, so then that way you don't have to go through the whole syllabus. It makes it a little bit easier to find information, particularly if you want to look up assignments and projects or important dates. You can just click on that. Below that is the course summary that's generated by Canvas. You can see it's chronological, and each one of the dates represents what activities are due that date. And these are only graded activities. So things like reading a lesson or something aren't going to show up here. It's only activities that are graded. So it's a good way to kind of stay organized and know what you've got coming up. Let's go back up. Another great way to navigate in Canvas, particularly in my classes, is to use the modules. So if I click on modules, you can see we've got the welcome, the orientation, and then all these other projects down below. So we've got the orientation unit followed by 5 projects. The only sections that are immediately opened are the welcome section, which has the Meet Your Instructor, as well as the welcome information that's helpful to get you started in this online class. Even if you used Canvas before, there might be some information in here that's helpful, like the software and hardware resources. And of course, Meet the Instructor, which is going to be different for each instructor. The other section that's open are all those syllabus pages that we saw on the syllabus page, all the different sections. And then the orientation unit, you can see that each one of these units or modules is basically a project, with the exception of the orientation unit, which is to get you kind of acclimated to the pace of the course as well as kind of the structure. So you can see it starts off with an introduction, followed by a lesson, a quiz, your contact information, where you can add a picture and a little bit of information that you maybe want to update about yourself. The lab and discussion, where you can either attend one of the 4 Zoom sessions the first week or post on the discussion. There's the Canvas profile notifications. This is important. So even if you've done this in a previous semester, just to make sure that you've updated your notification information so that any changes in the course or any announcements or changes to assignments, you get notified. There's a lesson, and so we can see the icons different, so this won't show up in the summary page. So this is a lesson for constructive critiques, followed by an actual assignment. It's a discussion that'll simulate the peer reviews that you're going to do for the rest of the semester, and you get to critique me in this first one. That's not due until the following Monday, so the second week of classes. So it's important that you complete these first 4 assignments the first week, because that'll indicate that you're active in the class and participating. Otherwise, you may be dropped. The other thing that happens is, because you have a rollover assignment that's not due till Monday, but you might do it over the weekend. So when that one's due, the next project starts that following week. So you can see that we've got the quiz and the lesson that same week as the last assignment was due. which then follows the same structure and timeline as the previous one. So it's a good way to get acclimated to kind of planning your time. And also it's very similar to what happens in industry is you're never just working on one project. If you are, it's like there's another one coming right on your in file that you need to then start working on right away, or even while you're finishing up the previous. So it's kind of a good process to get prepared for an internship or an entry-level position. So again, you can see we've got all the different projects that are going to, kind of follow the same structure as the orientation unit, which will kind of prepare you for all the other projects during the class. So in terms of these Zoom and lab discussion sessions, you can see if I click on the Zoom link off on the left, it then lists all the Zoom meetings. And again, you only need to choose one of the 4 the first week or post on the discussion. From that point forward, it'll be 3 every week. The reason that we're seeing 2 listed in some cases is because there's a lab and a discussion, so they're kind of doubled up. And then the office hours aren't going to be found here. That we need to go back to the home. Click on the instructors link. Takes you to the Meet Your Instructor page. And again, you can see all my contact information, including my College Marin email in case for some reason you can't get into Canvas, so you can't message me that way. Email address, should you need it, or snail mail address. And then my online office hours that are the same days and times each week. And then the Zoom link is right below that. So this is just for the office hours. It's really important that if you need to contact me regarding a private matter that you want to talk privately and you don't want to be interrupted by other students, because these are open to all of my students in all of my classes. So then you'll need to send me an email or a message requesting a special time to meet with some proposed days and times, and then we'll arrange a schedule where we can both meet, and then we'll talk privately, and I'll send you a private Zoom link so you don't have to worry about any other student popping in during our discussion. So that's pretty much it. Pretty straightforward. Again, just use the syllabus page as your way to kind of navigate towards things, through the class and kind of keep it on track and stay organized. And I look forward to seeing you in the class and seeing what creative solutions you come up with for our design projects. And I'll see you the first week of classes. Welcome.